Hi Libras! Hi. Hello, my sign. I love you. How are you doing? How are things going? I feel like Libras are either like doing great or they're just like, what is happening here and why? I feel like we may very much so be in a very like artistic fugue where it's just like, I want to create, I want to have fun, and I want to be entertained. Love Venus and Pisces energy. But we do have these eclipses coming up. We have your eclipse actually coming up in the end of the month. And so the full moon lunar eclipse will be happening, and it will be a time for us to really go within and figure out what is and isn't in balance, what does and doesn't put us into a space of harmony, where we need to bring justice to situations within our life and to put those things in place. Okay, so let us take a look at what's going on with your money and your finances. We'll be starting with our entrepreneurs, folks who work for themselves, and then we'll move on to our, we got two and they're both in reverse. Okay, so, I love this actually. Okay, 10 of Wands in reverse. And 5 of Swords not in reverse. Interesting. Okay, 10 of Wands. So things may be getting easier. Or that the struggle is not over. In fact, you're picking up more responsibilities. You're doing more. We're going to see how this reading plays out, like which direction you're going in with this. Your first card being a 5 of Swords is definitely saying that like there may have been a loss of trust in a situation. You may have been depending on someone for something or looking out for something from someone. You may be dealing with some learning how to trust yourself again, learning how to depend on yourself again. A new financial opportunity is coming in. So you may be signing a contract, picking up a new passion, doing something that will bring you some finances, adding that to your plate, which is why I was like, you may be actually picking up more responsibilities instead of less. Yes, new partnership. Yeah, there may be new partnership that's coming in, a new creative venture that's coming in. The new money opportunity may bring you new ways to express your creativity, to connect with others that have similar passions. These cards wanted to come out. They would not go back in there. But you're really in your bag, Libra. I love this for you. You're really stepping into this space of mastering your energy, mastering the energy of the air and of what air represents, opening up your mind, creating space mentally, making new things mentally. So this may be a partnership with another air sign, with someone else who has that airy energy, who's very smart, very intelligent, very logical, very practical. This may be you moving into a more spiritually enlightened space of meditation and thinking things through and taking this very highbrow, and not in a negative way, but in a high view, having a high perspective of things. And the Knight of Wands, which is like, okay, let's go. Yeah, I definitely think you're picking up more responsibilities. I think that's where that, there could be some rushing energy that you feel this month. Maybe it's after that eclipse, after you figure out what things are out of balance and you get them back into balance, and you're really able to like feel kind of more mentally in control, honestly. May give you that push that you need to be like, let's go. I'm going after my passions. I'm going after the things that I care about. Like, I'm ready to make some commitments. I'm ready to express my creativity. I'm ready to channel this fire that I've been feeling. We have the High Priestess in reverse here. There is maybe indicating that there's a little bit of a disconnect between the inner and the outer, between your unconscious and your conscious self, a little bit of maybe ignoring some of your intuition and things like that. So I would be mindful of where kind of like your energy is really going with this and where you're putting that time and that attention. I'm actually going to pull Clarifier for the High Priestess in reverse is the Ace of Cups. So your cup is overflowing. You may be feeling so passionate and so like your heart may be so engaged in this that you may not be like fully connected. You may be like, this is fascinating. Clarity on what this is leaning towards. You may be in such a spiritually and emotionally creative space that your feet are not on the ground at all. In fact, like there's only one, this new opportunity is coming in. There is only one earth energy showing up here. And so this really may be saying that like this pulls you. We talked a little bit about balance. We talked a little bit about harmony. We talked a little bit about like the responsibilities that you're picking up and things like that. It's just giving that like you are just fully moving into this space of like ultimate creation, ultimate unconscious, like just bringing up and tapped into the unconscious, not in the high priestess sense of being able to balance out that conscious and unconscious to be able to get into this space where you're able to channel that and create that magic, but more so you were just like fully in one area. And with that cup overflowing, fully into this emotionally deep, creative well. This could be great for you if you're needing to kind of revamp things, if you're needing that push, you feel like you haven't been tapped into that side of yourself, but it will pull you out of balance because you're not grounded at all. King of Swords, you're not grounded at all. You may be making some practical, logical decisions, but your feet are not on the ground. Your head is in the clouds. Your head is in the sky. You're spiritually in tune to things. Grounding will be very important for you at this time to take that practical approach without cutting yourself off from this fire, from this energy, from this emotional connection, that spiritual connection that you've been seeking, you've been wanting, because you've been feeling overwhelmed. And finally, the feeling of being overwhelmed has gone, but you're picking up more things. You're picking up new directions. You're going in a new, and it just continues to kind of throw you off of balance. Find that even keel of things, okay? All right. For my Libras who work with and for other people, what's going on with you? All right, you're happy. I love that for you. You're happy. You feel fulfilled. You may be going on some adventures. You may be doing some traveling. But you're expanding. You're expanding your creative realm. You may literally be moving. You may be buying a new car. You may be going on a road trip. Like you are out of here. You are really like in a beautiful space of adventure and exploration. You are leaving behind. You are moving on from the things that don't actually bring you happiness, from the things that don't actually make you feel fulfilled. This literally looks like an eclipse, like the moon being eclipsed or things like that. Like there's a revelation, there's a revealing that is coming in from this eclipse towards the end of the month that is really going to push you towards the happiness, push you to move forward, to leave behind the things that are not in alignment with you. There's some lovely stability coming in for you financially, so your job is kind of evening out, and that stability, I think it's a little bit sad because 8 of Cups, I do not automatically say it's like, oh, it's a bad emotional situation. It's a bad feeling. It's anything like that. It's just these are not your 10 of Cups. This is not the fullness of what you desire. And so you're moving on in order to still seek that, to know that there's more for you to get. And that's when we get to that 9 of Cups. But I think there's a little bit of sadness that goes from leaving the situation, of the stability that's here, of what you had to leave in order to find stability. There's a little sadness there, a little mourning that has to take place. And hope. There's hope for the future. This is a wish coming true. The space that you're in right now, the space that you will find yourself, the letting go that has to happen, is a wish coming true. It's bringing you closer to what you actually desire. As I mentioned, it is Make a Wish Upon a Star, my favorite card. You're moving slowly and not rushing into things, especially not rushing into conversations. An Ace of Swords, you may even be just like, okay, like the new ideas are not flowing. The new sparks are not coming in. Like this is very much so of a, like you no longer have to maybe be in that fight or flight mode, especially in your mind and the way that you're thinking about things. There is a slowing down here. There is a space of being able to think things through before acting on them, of not needing to rush in this maybe defensive space and like fight for okay, well, what's happening here? What's going on at work? It's a much more calmer energy, especially mentally calmer. It's a much more emotionally fulfilling space. It's a much more happier space and a much more stabilizing, while still providing you with some adventure and some fun and expansion. So this is great. I love this for you, Libra. All right, if you would like a personal reading or private reading, you want to work with me one-on-one, reach out and let me know. I love you. I'll see y'all later. Have a great one, Libras. Bye-bye.